Hey everyone, on this episode of Something New, we are trying Padre Azul Silver. And you can see I got 3 glasses, so that means we're doing 3 tastings? I don't know. And we're going to talk about the best temperature to drink a Blanco Tequila. Watch this episode. What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Teeqlife Basement Bar. I am D. Ferg, your host for this episode, where we are trying Padre Azul Silver. Now you know we've had Padre Azul before, and this being the special Halloween episode, it just felt right to go back to Padre Azul. I mean, you have this amazing topper, skull. It kind of embodies Dia de los Muertos, so Day of the Dead, which ends on November 2nd. Yeah, this was the right call. Been waiting patiently to try the silver, but we did try these, so make sure you watch these episodes, because this is a tequila. Well, it's a Reposado and definitely an Anejo that you want to know about. We'll talk a little bit more about the silver. With that being said, here we go. Padre Azul. We've had him on before. We've talked a lot about HP Eder, you know, the love story for tequila, you know, his wife, who kind of introduced him into a way of life in Jalisco, you know, where he just wanted to know more about, and him and 7 friends came up with a tequila, you know, to kind of further the movement in Europe. So they've done an amazing job with their Reposado and their Anejo, but we definitely wanted to crack open the Blanco, talk a little bit more about this, and give it a try. So here we're going to be trying it. As you can see, I got 3 glasses. So we are going to be trying it neat, on the rocks, and then I'm making a margarita just because it's fun, and being that the margarita is arguably the #1 cocktail in America, and this is a Halloween episode, most of your Halloween parties are making some margaritas. So let's join in the festivities and do a margarita. So Padre Azul. I mean, we talked about this topper before. It never gets old though. I mean, it's solid cast iron. Look, watch those other episodes because we really talk about it in depth. But we're going to use just a shot glass so I can do a little bit of this. Now it's a silver, and a silver, it's also a Blanco, Platinum. You know, there's just a couple of other names, but this is a super premium, ultra premium Blanco tequila. And with a Blanco, you're going to see that it is clear. I have never seen a Blanco that wasn't clear. If it was, that means it's dirty, it's been floating in the water, I don't know. But just smelling it, you know, you pick up that agave, it really, you know, I feel like I need to do this right. So let me get comfortable, get into my drinking experience, and take off this sweatshirt. Yes, I'm wearing a Padre Azul t-shirt. So, thank you guys. Love this t-shirt. I mean, come on. It's the Halloween episode. Get a little floral tones to it. I mean, I think we just need to go right in. That's a really good Blanco. That is a really good silver tequila. So, it is sweet. You get a lot of good sweetness. So, with their agave, they use a lowland agave, and typically that's more mineral rich, a little bit spicy, earthy. But the way that they actually cook their agave, they slow roast it so it actually keeps a lot of those sweet sugars from the agave trapped in. So when they distill it, you get a lot of that, and that's what I'm picking up right now. You know, floral tones, a little citrus, you know, I would say, light spice, light pepper on the back, you know, on the finish. Yeah, that's really good. Like, I mean, most Blancos aren't made to sip, but this is absolutely one that I think is surprising to most, or at least it would be surprising to most people. It's really sweet. I mean, it's got some great sweetness to it, and it's not, you don't get that burn. I mean, there's other Blancos out there on the market, And you just don't get the burn from this. And that's what I look for. You know, that to me signifies a very premium tequila. And yes, I did it all. But we need to try it on the rocks. So, you know, a lot of the times you would make a mixed drink, you know, a cocktail, something like that. But I like to throw, you know, 1 ice cube in it. And, you know, talking about the temperature, the right temperature to drink or sip a tequila with a Blanco, a Silver, you know, you're looking at right around 61 degrees, something like that. So that's why it does very well in, you know, a cocktail, a Paloma, margarita, some kind of a signature craft cocktail. And stirring it around, I'm expecting it to tone it down a little bit, that light spice and that light pepper at the end, the finish, and just make it really, you know, easy to sip even more. And once again, I was right, because this is fantastic. I mean, it's just hands down fantastic. And going back to, you know, like the Reposado, you know, this, once again, is this aged in barrels. So this is just aged. That's what gives it the color. Always want to talk about that, because there's a big misconception about that. Yeah, on ice, this is something. This is honestly a tequila that I could sip. I mean, it's a premium tequila, so it goes down very smooth. On ice, you can drink it neat. I wouldn't do shots, but hey, if it's your bottle, you do just do whatever the hell you want with it. However, I'm liking it on the rocks, but we are going to make a margarita. I'm going to finish this. So it's time to make a margarita, and to kind of save some time, I have all my ingredients ready to go. But I mean, you know, one of the things is you know, I like a fresh margarita, and with a fresh margarita, it's using fresh lime juice, and there's a couple of things that you can do. I mean, obviously, what you want to do is use some quality ice, and that's what we do. And then, you know, on top of it, and I'm just gonna use my hands. Like, I'm the only one drinking it, so it doesn't matter. So, Tradition Mexico is the company that 7, you know, people formed in order to create Padre Azul. And the silver is bottled directly after distillation. The master distiller, Jesus Partida Melendez, you know, has created just some phenomenal products for Padre Azul. And their distillery is the Tres Mujeres distillery in Jalisco. So they're making some exceptional products that is really sold around the world. I mean, I know somebody in Switzerland sent me a picture one day that they watched one of our reviews and actually bought it. They found it and they bought it. Don't ask me how big our reach is here at Teeqlife, but obviously it's pretty big, and they really enjoyed it. I think they had the Reposado. So, got my ice in here. We're going to do 2 ounces. Boom. And then lime juice, we are going to do 1 ounce. Now, here's where it gets kind of interesting, is you can use a couple of different ingredients. You can use simple syrup, you can use Cointreau, or you can actually use agave syrup. And, you know, so I like to use agave because it blends a little bit better, you know, than simple syrup, you know, which is just basically sugar. You can make simple syrup, at home, but I've pretty much messed that up several times that I won't do it anymore. Now, here's another thing that I like to do is add a little bit of lemon juice, just to give it, you know, it blends really well with those citrus complexities in, you know, a good Blanco Tequila. And then you just want to shake. You just got to shake it. And we'll see how I do. Now, I do enjoy a good margarita, but it's got to be fresh. And I don't use any salt, sugar on the rim, nothing like that. Give it a good smell. It's perfect. You know, you have that tartness, a little sweetness. It blends extremely well with the Padre Azul Silver. This is, man, if I was somewhere like in the Bahamas on the beach, I would be tearing these up. And the good thing about it is, because this is a premium product, you typically don't get those headaches. And I think I need to do a whole episode about bad tequila versus good tequila and the after effects and, you know, just everything, like what the difference between a mixto is. And, you know, we'll call it the spring break edition. So I'll do it during spring break to where I can kind of inform you a little bit about tequilas, and then we'll do a vodka one. But anyway, going back to Padre Azul, Tradition Mexico, I mean, they have created some fantastic products, but they have some others that are brand new to the market. So they do have a mezcal that is out on the market, and they just came out with a Cristalino. And if you don't know what a Cristalino is, it's actually kind of going really big right now, where it's an añejo, so it's an aged tequila, but then they actually, it goes through a filtration process again to remove the colors, so you get that sweetness, you get that smoothness from an añejo, typically of an añejo. Some aren't that smooth, trust me, but like that's what you get. And they have an amazing bottle. So just imagine this Padre Azul bottle all glass, meaning, you know, everything is glass, even the topper. Just absolutely amazing. So, you know, once again, we talked about the Reposado, which was Teeqlife approved, the Anejo, Teeqlife approved, the Silver, I mean, obviously you know it was going, you already knew that it was going to be Teeqlife approved. My margarita is extra, triple, double Teeqlife approved, because this is actually really good. And it's just easy to make a margarita at home. Don't buy that stuff that's on the shelf already pre-mixed in a bottle. You don't want to do that. It's full of sugars. Use natural ingredients. It took me hours to squeeze these limes. Okay, it actually took me about 20 minutes. But I'm just saying, use really good ingredients and you're not going to have any problems. You can drink all day, drink all night, you know, and you'll be fine. So this is going to be a fun night. It's Halloween. Why not have a good night? Scare the trick-or-treaters. That's what we're here to do. But Padre Azul Silver, all their line, 100% Teeqlife approved. And, you know, if you do your research a little bit on Padre Azul and see what they have going on social media, you might find some connection to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, the Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not going to give it away because you're going to have to go on Instagram and follow Padre Azul to find out what I'm talking about. So that wraps up another episode here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar of something new. Padre Azul, amazing products. Make sure to follow Teeqlife on social media, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook. Just go to teeqlife.com where you can do all of that. And as for this episode on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, turn that little bell on so every time we upload a new video, you can see it. And if you want to, you know, comment on a video, I'm not going to stop you. Tell us something that maybe we need to have on the platform. We would gladly appreciate it. We'll see you soon.